Hi guys, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me for a dream or two. Welcome back to the Daily Dreamer. Okay, so I've had this all this week has been absolutely off the charts for me and as for my family as well. I don't know about you guys out there, but I know this week has been just chaotic. Um, Sleeping, waking up in the middle of the night. There's been energetic purges. There's been emotional purges. There's been physical purges going on. I mean, it just seems like there is just a bunch of chaos and nonsense that is happening right now. And I get it. It's a final clearing out. I hope you guys have been able to work through some of yours to be able to move forward for yourself. But with that said, let's go ahead and talk about this dream that I had because it was a little bit, actually, it was rather enlightening to say the least. Okay, so I wake up and I come to, and I'm standing in front of a council. Now I know I've been here before, and every time that I stand in front of this council, there's like 17 of them, but you can only see those that step into the light, okay? It's a very warm feeling that I get, but nonetheless, I'm standing there, and usually every time that I'm appearing before the council of entities, I am either here to learn something or here to be given something. So I'm usually always at a table, but this particular time I was not at a table. And I was a bit confused, but that's okay because I'm in front of the council and they're going to let me know what I need to learn. So when I stand there, I happen to look into this entity that steps into the light, and he does this motion. And he does this motion, but as he does this motion, I look and I see this board appear. And I recognize this board. It's pretty cool. It's got 9 holes in it. It's got a little bat. Well, I know this game. It's whack-a-mole. I haven't played it in a hot minute, but I sure do love the game. So I thought, great, we're going to go ahead and play a game. I'm not here to learn anything. I'm just here to play a game. Little did I know that anytime you appear before the council, you will always learn something. Okay, so I take up the bat and I go and I wait for the first mole to come up, and there is just one that appears. And it's not even a mole. It's more or less like a mini me. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to be whacking myself. And that's the thought that's going through me. I look up at them and they're smiling. The ones that are in the light, they're smiling at me. So I thought, all right, guess I'm here to whack myself. I mean, my mom always did say I needed a baseball bat upside my head once or twice, to learn my lesson, but I didn't think that it would be in the dream realm where I'd be whacking myself. But nonetheless, I take the bat and I just start going at it, right? I just start whacking myself, and I'm actually really impressed and actually quite proud of myself because I thought, well, good for me for being strong because I was not moving. Okay, there was nothing moving. And then finally, like it seemed like forever, and I'm just going to town, and I see it start to go down a little bit, then a little bit more. I thought kudos to me for being a very strong, stubborn character, right? But not this time. Please go down for me. Eventually I got it down to the point where it was only about this big sticking out. And so I thought, well, how on earth am I ever going to win this game? I look up at them as though, can you give me some sort of a hint here? Nothing was said, just more love given to me. And I thought, all right, well, how am I going to outsmart this millennia of intelligence that is standing before me with this simple game? Well, I knew I wasn't going to outsmart them. So I thought, well, let me think outside the box and what can allow me to actually win this game. So I instantly think, well, it's my dream. I should be able to win. Let me go ahead and manifest something that's going to help me. And what pops up? Saran wrap. Okay, so I take this saran wrap and I start wrapping the board because that's obviously what you do with saran wrap. So I wrap this board, and I do see that the mole, the mini me, is actually going down a little bit more and more and more the more that I put the saran wrap on. All right, so finally when that mole mini me is even with the hole, I thought, yay, I won. And I look up, and I'm also so proud of myself, and I look up at them, and the ones that are in the light, they're smiling. I could feel the love. And I said, did I win? And they said, no. And I said, why? Because I cheated with the saran wrap? I thought I was going to get in trouble for that. But they said, no, because you failed to see the illusion. Illusion. So I look back down, and as I look back down, I see the same motion happening and the board dissipating. Okay, now there stands my mole, my mini-me, by itself now, and all I see is like this light coming into it, and then poof, gone. Like, what on earth did that mean? I don't know. I was whisked back to consciousness. So what do you think that dream meant, guys? Well, let's go take a look and see what we can find out, shall we? Okay, guys, so what do you suppose that dream meant? Well, I'll tell you, when I sat to meditate upon it, it took a hot minute, but when it finally appeared, it made so much sense to me. You know, when we down here, when we are sick or we are ill, the colors of our aura, they go dark or they go dim. And the closer that we are to death, that color actually goes into our body. It withdraws into the body so that it can prepare itself in readiness to leave the physical body when we finally die. We are not the body. Our physical body houses the spirit. The body is like a garment that we put on while we are alive, and then we discard it when we die, just like we do and we discard our clothes. The physical body, our physical body is run by a life force called prana. Simply translated means breath, control of breath, but breath. This life force, it permeates the physical, the astral, the mental, the spiritual, subtle bodies of us. In humans, this life force or breath is connected at the 7 major centers of the consciousness. We know those to be chakras. We know in the physical realm, those chakras directly correlate and correspond with the endocrine glands. And we know that those, as far as the chakras go, they are they run upward along the spine of your body, your spinal cord. So in the astral realm, you have a lot of energies that are moving, a lot of ideas, a lot of illusions. And if you're not careful, you can get caught up there just like you can here in the physical realm. But we know that in the astral realm, a lot of those ideas and energies and illusions, they are manifested there, and they permeate into the physical realm, and they manifest themselves here. The illusions in the astral world are far greater than they are in the physical world. You know, when we sit there and we got to come up with ideas for something, you know, we think about it first in that realm, and then we bring it into this realm, put it towards paper, or we come up with a physical manifestation of that idea, that thought, that illusion that we have, you know. So it's very much stronger in the astral realm than it is in the physical realm. At that point, because it is so strong, when it permeates down in here, it actually, it comes to a physical level that it influences the minds of the beings that are here, the physical inhabitants, okay? Here on the physical plane, those negative illusions, those negative entities, those negative energies, they can become overwhelming, especially if you're not aware. And right now, currently, there are some serious negative energies going on that is causing you to lose your life force. It's causing you not to be able to breathe. Think about it. First, we get a respiratory virus that kills. And then it scares us into thinking that we have to wear masks so as not to breathe any of that air, that energy in, because it may cause us harm. Then we see the tragic loss of a life that ironically happens to be a suffocation. Okay, and so now we've got the whole world chanting, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Now I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that on a very energetic realm. Energetically, by doing this, by wearing these masks, by saying I can't breathe, you are energetically giving off your life force to those negative energies, your prana. You are giving it away to those negative entities and those evil gatekeepers of karma. That's basically what you're saying. If you're not aware and you're not careful, you can get swept up, and then it's got you thinking that you can't breathe either. You know, and that's causing you to give away your life force, your breath, prana, breath, control of breath. Specifically, it is vitality. Your breath is energy. And now thousands upon thousands of people are chanting, I can't breathe. Thousands and thousands of people are now walking around in masks for fear of breathing in any vital life force, their breath. You know, looking at it in a more broader sense, you come to understand that the forces that be have now orchestrated a very negative mantra for us, okay? Because they've got us thinking that we can't breathe, either the air or because someone's, you know, got us suffocated. You know, I think they even gave it a new label, the new normal. Guys, don't fall for this. This is not the new normal. They do not have the right to take away your life force, your breath. All right? Take the masks off. Stop feeling like you're being suffocated, because you're not. They want you to believe that. You have to wake up and see that if you fall into the fear propaganda, the big fear pandemonium, you're going to allow your energies directing you into a state of hypervigilance and fear, that by doing so, in essence, you are giving them permission to say, go ahead and take my life force. Go ahead. Control my breathing. Control my air. That is not okay. And if we are not careful, we will give it away. And that is not to be given away. That is your life force. That's your energy. This type of mentality is going to destroy you emotionally and physically if you are not aware of it now. Instead of playing into the game of allowing them to think and control your vital life force of breath, take 5 to 10 minutes and sit with yourself. Even if you're not going to go in and meditate and do some deep cleaning, take 5 to 10 minutes and start focusing on your breathing. Just simple breaths. In for 5, out. Slow breaths. And as you breathe in the energy, your life force. Turn it back around. It's going to allow you to replenish the energy that you're going to need when you go out there dealing with the people who are not able to breathe and who are giving up their life force. By turning it back around and now changing it into a very positive mantra, like taking all that fear and darkness and changing it into a positive light force for you, you will now create an energetic shield for yourself, because that negative energy will not permeate your shield, your life force, your breath. If we do it together, just imagine with focused intent what we can overcome. Guys, don't give up your life force because of the fact that they think they've got you thinking that you can't breathe. That's utter nonsense. It's something just to play on you psychologically, and it's not their right to take away your breath. So guys, wake up, take off the masks, and enjoy yourselves and enjoy the energy that you can breathe in. Guys, thanks so much for joining me for the Daily Dreamer. Many blessings to you.